Okay, I want to jump in real quick and add a couple of things that I forgot to talk about or stipulate in the previous video I just made. I've been asked to speak before a couple of audiences in regards to what happened to me July 20th, 2009. I'm real honored that I've been asked to speak with these people. I've been pushing for and trying to get people locally to allow me to speak to different churches and youth groups. And, well, let's just say I've met strong resistance. Okay? Satan's doing everything he can to try and prevent the message that I have from God getting out to the masses. But my God's stronger than him, right? So anyway, this one place contacted me called Tribulation Now Radio Ministry. They have several sites. It's like a blog radio station. They have a Facebook page, website, FM radio website. And I am penciled in right now for April 24th to speak at 9:30 to 11 Eastern Time. That's Eastern Time. So that would be 8:30 to 10 Central Time on this talk show. I guess they'll perform an interview about what I encountered, what I experienced, and how I am today and what I am trying to accomplish today. And so I'm really looking forward to this. We've been trying to get this scheduled for quite some time now due to my work and the hectic work schedule that I have. It's been really difficult, but it seems like opportunity has presented itself now since I've finished this one project and started a new one, that I will be able to accomplish this April 24th. So if any and all of y'all are available to listen in on this, I would greatly appreciate your support. And I believe it's a call-in talk show. You can call in and we can talk about things that you want to discuss over the air. Okay? So you get kind of a live chance to talk about what you need to talk about. All right? Also, there's another place called Strong Foundation Films. This is a church down in San Antonio that's been started by a woman, I believe, from Vietnam. And the Lord spoke to her and said that people are no longer going to church. They stopped going to churches because they're not getting fed. They're not getting their spirit's not getting what it needs. But they'll go to a movie theater. So she's developed a Christian film studio or film production company. And what they do is they develop and make Christian films to get before the audiences, get before the masses. Whereas someone might be hesitant to go to a church, they'll go to a movie theater or they'll rent a CD or DVD and they'll watch that. So it's a means and a way to get the message of God and His love and His salvation to the masses. From what I understand, she's been very successful at it, and the Lord has blessed this ministry. Also, she is a very big opponent of and a strong advocate against child trafficking and sex trafficking. And she has really gotten involved in trying to eliminate these processes. So I'm hoping that you'll also get a chance to check out her site. She has a Facebook page. I think they're available on Twitter. They have a website, and I'll leave all the links below in the descriptive text. Okay? So anyway, it's just different ways that God is opening different bridges and different avenues and different ways for His message to get across to the masses. And I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. Matter of fact, I had a viewer of mine contact me, Jeremiah. And Jeremiah, shout out to you. I salute you. I mean that. You and your crew, what y'all are doing is, how do I put it? Godly. They're being true ministers of God. They're bringing the message to the people where the people are at. You know, there was many times that Jesus would go out and He would hang out the local areas. And his disciples would come up to him and ask him, what are you doing? What are you even hanging with these people? These are riffraff. These are the trash. He said, I didn't come to save the saved. I came to save the lost. In other words, he was going to bring the message to the people where the people are at. And he would admonish, or no, he would, how do I say, not admonish, he would get on to them, okay? Let them know, look, don't tell me about my business. I'm about my Father's business. I know what I'm doing. But back to the case in point is Jeremiah and his crew have been ministering to some people in some bars. These are gay bars, okay? And they're bringing the message of God and God's love to them. And a lot of people would say, oh, hold on a second. They're going into bars? They're going into gay bars? Well, who else needs God? I speak about it all the time. It's one of the biggest ways that Satan has used to get a stronghold into, a flesh hook into society today is through sex and homosexuality and drugs. The bars, the drinking scene. So if they can get in there and save one soul, I say glory to God. And guess what? They're not saving one soul, they're saving many souls. And they asked me to be a part of their prayer chain, their prayer group. And so I did. And I was kind of new to it. I didn't know how to do it. It was like through a mass text thing. But anyway, they had a lot of resistance this last time that they went out. But the point that I'm trying to make is they're standing for Jesus. And they're bringing the message to the people. If the people won't come to us, and we're staying in our little small security blankets, our small, little bubbles of safe zones, then guess what? It's time for us to get outside the safe zone. It's time for us to go to the people. I think it's great what they're doing. I will not tolerate, and I will not put up with, and I will not ever support any type of homosexuality. At the same time, I hate the sin, but I love the sinner. We're not to hate the sinner, we're to hate the sin, the act. Who are we to judge any individual? We're not. So, these are the people that need God. Why shouldn't we go to them and bring them the message of God? So thank you, Jeremiah, and your team. Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that to help offer prayers of support. And who knows, I might try something that locally. The churches aren't doing nothing. They don't want to offend nobody. They don't want to step on any toes. They don't want to talk about sin because that might offend somebody. God forbid, huh? So, yeah, I think I am going to try and get together a local group, a local team of prayer warriors, people that I feel have the spiritual strength to go to the masses where the sinners are at and talk to them about God, salvation, and let them know God doesn't want you to get cleaned up first and get saved. He wants you just the way you are right now. He'll clean you up. You got to get clean first. Trust me, he's going to do a good job. But anyway, thank you, Jeremiah. And like I said, once again, a shout out to you and your team. I think it's great and fantastic what you're doing. And you've inspired me to try and do the same thing we're here locally in southern Louisiana. And God knows there's plenty of people need to have the message of God and God's love and salvation brought to them here locally. Okay? And throughout the world. So, you want a challenge? I'm giving you a challenge. Why don't you do what I want to do and what Jeremiah is already doing in your local area? Okay? Let's bring the message of God to the masses. Let's save some souls. Let's gather the souls for the Lord. Hallelujah. I like that. I really do. Okay. Anyway, like I said, this is a short jump in spot. I forgot to mention the other part of my video. I don't know if I'm going to put this at the beginning of the video or at the tail end of the video. I'll let the Lord decide on that later. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Remember, never give up, never give in. With God, we'll always win. We're coming back to you. Today I'm giving you a video about my health status. I've had a lot of people inquire about how I'm doing health-wise, and they've been keeping up with me about my health issues. For those of you who do not know, I'll go ahead and bring you abreast of my current state and situation. I was diagnosed on July 7th it was 2 years ago, so this is July 7th, 2017, with stage 4 cirrhosis. And at that time, they gave me 2 years to live. And see on the date total, I guess that means I got 73 days left with you on this God's green planet. But I don't choose to accept or believe in that diagnosis. I believe it's in God's control. I believe it's in God's hands, and I stand on that. I went through some different procedures to try and battle the Hep C. I developed cirrhosis from having Hep C. I had Hep C for over 30 years. Never really noticed any kind of problems with it before. Had a hernia surgery, and during the hernia surgery, they noticed my liver. And it was at that time that they said I needed to go see a doctor immediately. And I did so. And I was given the bad news then. Anyway, they put me on ribavirin and Epiclusa. I took that for 6 months. Very, very expensive and harsh treatment. But while I was doing that, I did a lot of research, and I'm a firm believer in any toxin or anything that's bad on this planet. God created something in the natural remedy, in nature's way, His way of battling it, that counteracts the poison or toxin, be it a leaf or a root or mineral or something natural, or a combination of all the above. So I started taking something called MMS. MMS is sodium chloride, and it's mixed with a 1-to-1 solution with citric acid. I'm going to show you. I've talked about this before. See if I can get a good view of it. I don't know if you can see that. See, the light's kind of blinding it out. The citric acid right here. And then we have the sodium chloride. Now, this comes from a place called MMS for Health. At that particular site, which is a site called mmsforhealth.com. I will list all these links in the description text below this video. Okay, just for anyone who cares to look further into it and might need to pursue some issues in regards to what kind of health issues they're going through. But that MMS, I swear by it. I believe that is exactly what destroyed and killed my Hep C. Anything that's considered anaerobic or toxic in your, or any kind of bloodborne pathogen in your body, it seeks it out, it kills it, destroys it, and your body passes it. That's one of the bad side effects of it, is your body's going to expel it in quite a violent manner. And usually it's either by regurgitation, diarrhea, sweat, and that's 3 ways your body's going to get rid of it. You will have severe bouts of diarrhea. But what it is your body is killing all these toxins in your system. And after all so much as dead matter is gathered, or it's dead in your body has to expel it. It wants to expel it. It wants to get rid of it. So if you get to the point of regurgitation and severe bouts of diarrhea, that's good. It means your body's getting rid of it. It's doing its job. Of course, it can get to where it's too severe, and then you have to kind of back up off the drop solution. The goal is to get to the point where you're doing 60 drops a day, and that's on a 1-to-1 ratio. So you do 1 drop of citric acid and 1 drop of the hydrochloric, or sodium chloride, I'm sorry, and you mix that together and mix that with the distilled water, chug-a-lug it. While you're doing that, there's a few key things that you cannot do or you cannot take, because if you do, it will counteract it. Vitamin C is a no-no. Vitamin C will definitely counteract that. Caffeine is a no-no. No coffees, no teas. You have a 2-hour window, so no 2 hours prior to or 2 hours afterwards. So actually, it's a 4-hour window. After that, it's safe to take you can drink some coffee or whatever, but you don't want to do that during that 4 hour, 2 hours before, 2 hours after taking the solution. Anyway, you build yourself up gradually. I started off with 5 drops. The next day I did 6 drops. And next day I do 7 drops. And eventually when you get up to the 60 drops, the best way you can do it is you do 5 drops at once, okay, but you do it 3 times a day. So actually it's 15 drops a day, okay? So the next day you do 6 drops, okay? And then you slowly build up to where you get to the point to where you're doing 20 drops, 20 drops, 20 drops 3 times a day. And that's when you get to 60 drops. I'm not going to lie to you, it tastes horrible. But what don't kill you, make you stronger, right? Kind of tastes like and smells like bleach. But tell you what, it does the job. And I swear by it. Anyway, that was one of the things that I did on as far as battling my Hep C. I am no longer Hep C. It's been killed. It's been destroyed. I have blood tests to verify and prove those results. I will post. I'll try to do posting pictures at the tail end of this video of various things that I'm discussing about in this video. Okay. I'm going to try to be as quick and thorough as I can about everything that I'm doing. At the same time, covering a lot of ground. Okay. So anyway, at the initial prognosis, I was weak, real weak. Energy levels were non-existent, and it was very hard for me to get around. Same time, I had heart issues, heart problems. I believe it was due to the cirrhosis. I had problems with varices, which is breaking down of blood vessels, small, tiny blood vessels throughout my esophagus, and then had a bleeding issue because of that. Almost lost my life. Had to be medevac from offshore 2 years ago because of that. Anyway, it was rough for a while, but I went through the 60 drops for 60 days. Then after I did that, I dropped down to 40 drops, and then for 60 days, and I dropped down to 20 drops for 60 days. And what you're doing is you're slowly weaning yourself back off of those drops to where now I just do a maintenance. I'll do 10 drops once a week, and that's just for a maintenance. But it did its job. And as far as energy levels, my energy levels since I've defeated the Hep C, which that was the big killer, because see, the Hep C kept eating and deteriorating my liver, and without your liver fully functioning properly, that's what cirrhosis is. It's a disease, a malformation in the liver. Your body takes in everything that it eats or drinks, and it all goes through your liver. It's like a filter. And so my body is trying to fight to break everything down to get the proper nutrients that I need out of what I drink and eat. And because I'm in stage 4, it cannot work or function properly. Last prognosis that I had by test said that I was at about 10% left of my liver. I don't believe that to be true right now. Been battling insurance, been trying to get a new test. I want a new prognosis. I want a new diagnosis. I want to see where my current state of my liver is in. My next appointment with my liver doctor will be in April 25th. And so I'm going to push again, once again, push with the insurance, try to get this test done. I want to see where I'm at currently. Okay? While I'm doing all that, I have a health coach. God bless him. A friend of mine's father-in-law, and he had prostate cancer, and he's the one who told me about this MMS. And he has guided me on the holistic approach as far as different places to contact to get various things that I need, natural remedies, to battle this cirrhosis. Okay? One of the places I go to is called YoungAgain.com. The guy who owns this company is Roger Mason. He has a background in chemistry and self-made millionaire. And what he seen in his career was that people were taking advantage of people through supplements. And so it really irked him. It really ticked him off. So what he wanted to do was bring to the masses, to the people, something that was good, a good product, built and formulated in the best possible way in a pharmaceutical laboratory environment, and not some kind of snake oil. And so that's what he does. It's called YoungAgain.com. Once again, I'll leave all these links down below the text. Okay? Anyway, I take a package of what's called Over 40 package. And it's like, I forgot the amount of bottles. It's something like 23 different bottles that I take. Some of them I have to take 3 and 4 of a day, 6 of a day. Matter of fact, this is one of my packages. I don't know if you can see all that. So let's light out the way. But that's a lot of pills. And that's what I take every day. Included in that Over 40 package is something called TMG, which is TMG is trimethylglycine, and that is like a super duper liver cleanser. I went through the milk thistle liver cleanser treatment, but milk thistle is very good for cleansing the liver, but after you're on it for so long, you have to get off of it. It fails to do its purpose. So then you're just eating capsules for nothing. But this TMG I have to stay on for 1 year, and it's like a Superman type version of milk thistle. It's a liver cleanser. So I take those. I take 6 of those a day. On top of all that, Apricot Seeds. See that? And I ordered these off eBay. They are called Hansa Bitter Raw Apricot Kernel Seeds. They're organic, come in 1 pound sacks. Apricot seeds contain a natural form of cyanide. Now I know cyanide is poison, right? But the amount that it has in there naturally goes into your body, and it seeks out anything that's toxic, anything that's anaerobic, anything that's wrong, any type of virus, attacks it, kills it, and your body passes it. So it's good stuff. Now I eat about 10 of these kernels a day, crunch them up, eat them. When they say bitter raw seeds, that's exactly what they are. They're bitter. They don't taste good, but and that particular package comes with an oil also. For those of you who like the smoothies, you can take the plunger and squirt you in some apricot seed oil. Okay, kind of get the full dose solution and blend it into the smoothie to where you don't taste as much. Okay, so I take that. Also, on top of all that, I've gotten involved in the CBD. CBD is cannabis. Okay, it's drops. It's made from the hemp plant. Hemp is a form of cannabis, a form of marijuana. Okay, but it's the type of species of marijuana that doesn't have any THC. I mean, it's like 0.00003. You know, I mean, it's so, you would have to smoke 5 tons of this to maybe get a high. And trust me, there's no way you're going to smoke 5 tons of this stuff. Anyway, it doesn't have the bad qualities of marijuana, but it has all the good properties of it. Okay? So a lot of people say, well, you're messing with marijuana. Yes, I am messing with marijuana. I sure am. I'm messing with hemp, which is a species or form of marijuana. But once again, I believe God put on this planet everything that we need to naturally fight bad things in our bodies. Diseases, toxins, pollution, poisons. Of course, Big Pharma, woo, they don't like that. And they're fighting us every step of the way. FDA is nothing but the little bastard child of Big Pharma. They're the puppet of Big Pharma. Big Pharma has the money, has the power, has the clout, billions and billions of dollars of their resources to lobby and push and mandate and dictate what the FDA will do. So I cannot say that certain things as far as medical issues that it cures or heals. I will say this though, it helps with medical issues, and I do have medical issues, and it helps me tremendously. Excuse me. Once again, I deal with off and on pain management, and so one of the things that I do take, this is called Hemp Works Relief. It's an ointment. It's a cream. It's kind of pricey, but it's pure. I think for that one little bottle right there, which is, what does it say, 30 milliliters? I think that's what it says. Anyways, it's a small jar, but it don't take a little bit of that cream, and I'll rub it on topographically. If I have a back pain, or if I'm having a sharp pain in my liver, and it goes right into through the epidermis, through the skin, and it goes to the point of relief. On top of that, I take the CBD 750. It's a white cap. Because that I do work in the oil and gas industry, I am drug screened thoroughly. I mean, multiple times throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. So I cannot put my job at jeopardy or in any type of way. I cannot show any kind of way of being positive for THC. So once again, that proves and goes to show you that what I'm taking is not the bad parts of marijuana. I'm not getting high off of it. I'm getting all the medicinal good properties of it. I'm getting what God intended for us. Okay? So the white cap is THC free. Now my wife didn't have to worry about that. She's retired. She can do what she wants. And I get her the normal CBD, which she does still, once again, she doesn't get high off of it. But if she was to take a drug screen, it would show positive for THC because it does have THC included in it. Do take those drops. I take them as you're supposed to take like 5 drops. I just take a plunger and put it in my mouth and squirt it. I get the peppermint flavor. Do not get the natural flavor because the natural flavor tastes bad. And that's putting it polite. It's nasty. But the pepper is not bad. Really, it's not bad. I put it underneath the tongue, let it kind of soak around, and then swallow. I try not to drink nothing for about 20 minutes after that so we can kind of get all the full effect of it. Because once again, it's kind of pricey. I think it's about $70, $75 for the 750, which is the strongest one they have. Excuse me. And but it works. Once again, I will leave a link for all that on the bottom of this at this descriptive text. That'll show you where to go and how to get it. They sell all types of products there, though. And HempWorks is a particular site that I go to, and I'm affiliated with. Okay, they offer different types of sprays, different types of coffees, creamers. They even offer stuff for pets. Different types of bath bombs for the women who like to take a bath and just want to relax and feel good. You name it, they have it. They have a road show coming up in New Orleans, April 27th, which I have arranged my schedule to where I will end up going, and looking forward to that. So that is also one of the things that I'm doing. So we've covered, let's see, we've covered the Apricot Seeds, we've covered the MMS, covered the Young Again, over 40 pack, all the different vitamins that I take. We've covered the trimethylglycine, the TMG, the HempWorks stuff, the raw apricot kernel seeds. Okay, and one more thing that I have been battling for years is my god-awful snoring. But it's not just snoring so much so bad, it's the sleep apnea. I stop breathing in my sleep. And it's always kept me in a super, excuse me, I don't know why I'm kind of keep yawning. Anyway, I'm always tired. And last night, there you go, prime example. Last night I did not sleep with my CPAP machine. So that's probably why I'm tired today. Excuse me. Anyway, I was going to have to go to a sleep study through my insurance, which is going to cost me $467. They have them put some kind of monitors on me to have these machines tell them that I do have sleep apnea and I do need a CPAP machine. Something I already knew, but I was going to have to pay that so I can go through my insurance, and then they turn around and would pay for a CPAP machine, but I'd have to get the CPAP machine that they want and go through the steps and stages that they desire, and it would go through different stages. And I just, I couldn't see spending $467 for something I already know I have. And so I went a roundabout way. And I started looking for it on different marketing sites. I went to all the different marketplaces on Facebook. I went to Craigslist. I went to Let Go, and finally on Let Go, I did find one. It was a Philips Dream Station, brand new machine. Guy probably used it 4 times. It's an $1,800 machine. I got it for $150, and that was a true blessing of the Lord. Come in this little kit with all the different little stuff it needs for it. It has a humidifier with it, and anyway, I bought a brand new hose, a brand new mask. Went through a place called BreatheRight.com. I'll leave those links also below. And when you go to BreatheRight.com, they'll ask you, do you have a prescription? Because you have to have a prescription to get the mask or the hose. Well, they get you coming and going, huh? Insurance. So that's the only way you can buy the mask and the hose. A mask, a CPAP mask, you have to have a prescription for. I mean, is that ludicrous? Is that ridiculousness or not? I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to get off on a tangent. But anyway, they ask if you have a prescription or not. If you don't, they sell it to you separate. So they could buy it. Okay? And so I don't have a prescription for it, so they sold me a hose separate, sold me the mask separate. And it's all legal. Matter of fact, it cost me, with shipping and handling and everything, it cost me more for the new mask and hose than it did for the actual machine that I bought for $150. But, excuse me, it was worth it because, the health and sanitary issues. You don't want to use someone else's mask that's been breathing through it. So I had my own brand new mask, brand new hose, and it's all gravy. I took to it right away. I noticed that my quality of sleep was 1,000% better. The next day, I felt like a new man. I was actually getting true, deep REM sleep that I needed. And like I said last night, I fell asleep. I forgot to put my mask on. And I'm paying for it today. I'm kind of tired. So it means I didn't get what? I didn't get good quality sleep last night. But works like a charm. And it has greatly and tremendously improved my vitality, my pep, my energy. I'm not tired all the time. And I swear by it. Okay, so if any of y'all suffer from sleep apnea issues, the snoring usually comes with the sleep apnea. I highly suggest that you look into the fact of investing in getting a CPAP machine. Okay? Like I said, you don't have to go through your insurance. If you don't have insurance or don't want to go through your insurance, do like I did. Go around the insurance. Works for me. Altogether, I ended up spending like $150 for the CPAP machine, which was an $1,800 machine. I paid like $200 for the mask and everything. So I got the entire outfit for $350. And it was going to cost me $467 just to go to the sleep study. So for less than what I would have paid to go to the sleep study through the insurance, I got everything I needed. So was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. Sure was. And I'm glad I did it. Speaking of energy levels, it's springtime, and I enjoy getting out in the yard and maintaining a good yard. It's one of the things that my father instilled in me and taught me as a child was, son, you got a clean yard, you got a clean house. That's how people judge you. And not that I'm really concerned about what people think about what's going on in my house. It just stuck. It's a habit. I can't help it. I enjoy it. I enjoy being outside. I enjoy doing the garden. I enjoy doing the planting. So I made my wife a flower bed out front. We tried something new. Last year I did it, there wasn't much soil underneath, and so I ended up stacking some cinder blocks and filling that up with potting soil and compost and stuff, and kind of made like what's called a lasagna flower bed. And I made a lasagna garden. It's on top of the soil, existing soil. Now with the garden, of course, I went and dug out all the existing sod. Then I laid all my cinder blocks down, stacked them too high. Then I came back and filled it in with topsoil, compost, mulch. And looks good. Point being is I accomplished all that in one day. Now, my wife kept trying to tell me, look, tomorrow. I was like, yeah, I know there's tomorrow, but I wanted to get it done right then and there. Once I start something, I don't like to stop. I want it finished. And I pushed myself hard, but I had the energy to do it. Before, I didn't have that energy. So, that feels good. Excuse me. It feels good to have the energy and the motivation to do things like that, things that I enjoy. Whereas before, I'd sit on the couch and didn't have the energy to get up off the couch. I'd want to do other things, but I just couldn't. Now I do have the energy. Praise God. God's good, huh? Anyway, that's how I am right now in my current health status. I'm still dealing with insurance. I'm still dealing with doctor bills. Yes, they do stack up. They do. I got a bunch of people calling me wanting money. I'll do the best I can, and that's all I can do. Likewise, and because of such, I will also leave the links to several sites that I have established and set up for anyone that chooses to, or God lays upon their heart to help. It's any kind of small donation, big donation, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Anything helps. And all donations for these proceeds for paying for doctor bills and different issues that I'm dealing with health would be greatly appreciated. I'll do the best I can. That's all I can do. And I will push forward, even though they do give me 73 days left to live. Yeah, I think the Lord's got bigger and better things for me planned than just taking me out in 73 days. But we'll see, huh? Anyway, I love y'all. Praying for y'all. Wish y'all would continue to pray for me. Pray for me and my wife, Evelyn. She has issues that she battles also. She has rheumatoid arthritis, and Hemp Works helps her tremendously. Matter of fact, the CBD through the Hemp Works gets it to where she can at least get around the house and do things. Whereas before, it was a real battle. It really was. Her knee replacement surgery went well. It's healed up good. She does have back issues. I believe she has a ganglion cyst that we need to see about getting removed, but that's on down the road, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know where I stand as far as health goes. I'm doing okay. I've got good days and I got bad days, you know. But mostly I have good days. Now, when I got a bad day, I'm not going to lie to you, it's bad. Sometimes it hits me like a ton of bricks, like a mule kicked me. And when I get a bout of pain, it'll drop me to my knees and bring a tear to my eye. But I suck it up and do like I do. That's what we were supposed to do, right? Satan will not have the victory over this. I rebuke him through all the blood of Jesus Christ. He will not have victory. Jesus Christ has the victory. And I can do all things that Christ has strengthened me. Right? Of course I'm right. Anyway, I'll leave y'all with that. And on that subject, I will tell you, you're not saved. I pray that you do get saved. You need to get saved. You need to get saved today, right now. Because the end of the days are here, people. They are here. The time that's foretold of in Revelations, that great tribulation and the rapture, where Jesus Christ come back for his church. We're at that moment. We're in that season. We will see this occur in our generation. So I cannot stress enough the value and importance of your salvation. Okay? With that note, I'm going to go ahead and close and let you know, never give up, never give in, and with God, you will always win. Love you. Bye.
I think it's April 23rd. It's a Saturday. Fixing to start working on my baby's flower bed. Go right here in front of the house. Last year we did it in the ground, but the ground's so shallow right there. They got concrete underneath it, and it just didn't work out right. So I'm gonna build what's called a lasagna flower bed and lasagna garden. Put my garden on top, and we're gonna line it with cinder blocks. Fill it with all the different soil. We're going to color the different blocks red in front of the house. I ain't worried about the garden. She's going to have them all red in front of her flower bed. Working on the front flower bed, trying to get it leveled out, stacked right. Kent's perfecting the paint job. Say hi, Kent.
Hey, what's up?
Here's the final deal of the flower bed. I think we did a pretty good job. Got her some lilies planted. Some other little small flowers. Let's see. Go on top. Got our gnomes, garden or a flower bed. I think it turned out pretty good. The ferns are from last year. Of course, they look pretty pitiful right now. I trimmed all the dead stuff off, but they'll bloom out. They'll bloom out nice. We got all the cinder blocks set. Got the compost and topsoil inside. support Quikrete in the corner posts. I'll end up putting some type of netting on the outside to keep all the varmints out. And I still got to fill all the interiors in to keep it locked in so it doesn't blow out. But backbreaking, I'm proud of it. I think we did a pretty good job. Now we're moving on to the flower bed and see if we can get it done today also.